Wow, what is that? It's an incomplete voice chat display. Hello everyone! It's time for more RTF! Yes! Well, what is happening? Why are you not showing up from us?
I'm sorry, everyone.
I guess he's a ghost. He's a ghost. But yes, everyone, I'm here joined by Rose Penguin and a ghost from us with Len'en, One Real Survival on Len'en 1. And then right after that, we have a Len'en 1 Unreal Score Showcase with the world record holder, Helionite. Yes! What's up, everyone? What's up, my commentators? What's up, Ghost?
Hello.
Hello.
I am a ghost and I like to be invisible in the voice chat display.
Oh my god, what is happening though? I don't get it. Well, without any further ado, we should probably we should probably fix the display. It just got fixed
Nice.
just in time for me to switch to the slides.
Perfect.
All right, take it away, my friends. Who's gonna read this one?
I can tackle it. So, the Retro Touhou Festival is a competitive event primarily focused on the PC98 Touhou games. For 2025, we also have Seiho and Len'en. Yay! Players can compete in either scoring or survival, earn retro points by finishing successful runs. And for survival runs, bombs are not allowed. And if you're interested in playing the PC98 Touhou games, there's some couple resources. You can type !PC98 FAQ in chat, or go to Maribel Hearn's website. So some things that are different about Len'en compared to Touhou. The bombs are often more complicated and use weird gimmicks, though we won't be seeing that in this run. Flash bombs are also a thing, but again, won't be a thing until the score and run, where you can charge up your flash bomb by grazing, and when it's full, you can then use the flash bomb to cancel bullets. Graze boxes are much smaller. The playing area is a little bit bigger, and you can go off-screen slightly. You can push your hitbox right to the edge of the screen, unlike Touhou. Oh, sorry, I misread. Bosses are often complex and use gimmicks. And that's definitely notable in this game, where basically each boss has their own sort of gimmick to how the fight progresses. Games are entirely free. As you get later into the series, they get into very different styles of gameplay. Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle is very complicated. The user interface has all kinds of mechanics going on. Thankfully, this one's fairly straightforward. So the two defensive mechanics are using the bomb button, like in Touhou, to use a bomb, but you have to use the bomb button when focused to bomb. If you use it when unfocused, you can do a flash bomb. Neither is allowed for survival. Both will show up in scoring. Got three characters, Yabusame, Subakura, and Suzumi. They fight each other halfway through the game. Yabusame and Suzumi fight Subakura. Subakura fights Yabusame. It takes place in Stage 3 rather than Stage 4. Getting full power or an extend will clear the screen, and this can be very useful for certain patterns.
Yeah. Explain this kind of shot balance that we have here. What is going on here?
Yeah, okay,
Oh boy.
so Suzumi is overpowered. Yabusame is kind of a worse Suzumi mostly, and Subakura sometimes does better than the others, and sometimes does much worse. So there's basically a full 1 miss difference between them. So a 2 miss Suzumi run is the same score as a 1 miss Subakura run, and a Yabusame LNN, or in this case, UNNN.
Yeah, well, it is a little funny to think that you did just compare before we started the call that Suzumi is just Sakuya A from GDC, but without the slowdown. So that's pretty radical. Well, from us, why don't you introduce the free players that we have here for the survival half?
Right. Yeah, so first off, QWC Kappa. They have a Moth Flotic 2 missile bomb. That's cool. Of course, they speedrun the game. And they also play Phantasmagoria Flower View. Both survival and first score. And I know Fami also plays a lot of Flower View.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
so that's pretty based. Well, what about the next one?
All right. Oh boy. So up next, Spider Macho. They have Unreal, which is this game's equivalent to Lunatic. No Bomb, no Flash Bomb, which was explained earlier, with Yabusame. In both Len'en 1 and Len'en 2. And in Len'en 2, she's not even the worst shot. Which is
She's
cool.
not even be the worst. She's not even the worst shot, with the implication that is she's still not good.
Yep.
Yep. Maybe next year we'll see him as Arno. And of course, Helio Knight. He's the person that pretty much keeps the Len'en player community alive, has overall world record in events in existence, also plays Iron Extra and has a very good score in it with Yomu, and DDC Sakuya Len'en, which is very cool. And I think that should be it for the players.
Yeah, it's a good start for the players. 90 minutes reset timer. We're gonna start in just a little bit. We should be able to start on the hour this time because nothing blew up. So, start on the hour. The players are already warming up.
What the fuck is Kappa doing?
Maybe it's
that's
just the way they do warm-up reps.
Yes, I see they're doing no movement, no shooting, no not. Oh wait, no, that's the demo.
Yep. Well, the demo doesn't move. It's on easy, but which is a very funny. It's on easy and they don't move at all. So it's like Jinx is saying, "Oh, look at my game. You don't even need to play it. We have all the free characters. Look, all free on screen."
We'll have one player, from what I think, is going to be playing each of the characters. So a quick overview of each. Yabusame is a spread shot that does not very good damage at long range, good damage at close range. They're decent at stage sections. Stage sections are kind of weird though, because then you also have Subakura, which is basically the forward focus, low range shot. But because of how high Subakura's damage is, they do better than Yabusame on some stage sections, although there's one particularly notable one where they do worse. Subakura also does more damage from long range when you're unfocused rather than focused, due to, I don't know the exact details, but it means that you'll want to be unfocused if possible for extra damage. And then Suzumi is a charge shot. As you charge, you build up rings of knives around yourselves. The knives do AoE damage. You can release the knives. The release is different whether you're focused or unfocused. When you're focused, it's forward. When you're unfocused, it's a radial explosion that does massive damage at close range. And Suzumi also has a homing shot.
Yeah,
So it
and
looks
now the timer is going, and the players are going. Let's go!
Getting to see stage 1. Stage 1 is... It's not super scary, but it can very easily kill you, especially the boss attacks.
I'll leave this to you guys, but I'll be around.
Kuro Heavy Mid-Non, the stage 1 boss, is definitely somewhat tricky. You can get used to it, but I believe that depending on which way they move, it can get harder or easier.
That's true.
Ah, darn. Yep. Got our first miss to the mid-boss. Oh, and it looks like Helio is deliberately setting up power cancel, which is very important for Subakura in stage 3. Because Subakura gets a pattern that is... I would almost compare it to the stage 5 mid-boss in Fossilized Wonders. It's very crazy. Hero Heavy's first spell looks quite scary, but it's mostly aim static. Looks like Helio picked up power and messed up the power control. Another thing to note is that some spell cards have different HP for different shot types. So a shot type can struggle on one pattern and be very good on another, seemingly inexplicably, even though you would think the damage would be the same, but effectively the damage is higher or lower because of the spell card HP varying. That's also part of what makes Subakura notably seem good on stages, because Subakura generally has more HP on bosses, so they're doing more damage to enemies compared to the other shots based on if you assume the bosses' damage is equivalent. Got some stream buffer and stuff.
That happens. So I guess while everyone's streams is down, I guess we should explain a bit what even is Len'en, where it came from. Because originally Jinx was known not for this series necessarily, but mostly for remakes of the PC98 games, which is partially why we see Len'en here on the RTF. They were released, well, not released, they were considered April Fool's jokes, and they were never released to the public aside from like one game that wasn't even finished, and it was a remake of PUDD, I think. And I assume or no, it is known in the community that on April Fools usually Jinx makes the biggest releases and announces the most important stuff of the series. I don't know, it's just a quirk of hers. Yeah, a couple of issues. Yeah, so I guess Yabusame would be Reimu, Tsubakura would be Marissa, and Suzumi would be an original character, because originally she was not in this game, nor the three that followed, or the two that followed.
Yep.
She made her debut in the fourth game.
And then she got retroactively added to the previous games.
Via free patches.
More reasons. Yeah, we got fighter on the Aoji fight, which is generally not too bad, but there's some kind of tricky stuff, especially with Yabusame's lower movement speed. Oh yeah, you can sit still on Aoji's second spell as long as you move up a little, and the bullets all miss you.
Amazing. A lot of people actually struggle with OG.
There's a lot of knowing
what's
what's
fast.
happening, because the patterns come at you very quickly, so if you don't know what's happening, there's a high chance you'll just die.
pretty much.
I think I noticed that Helio actually missed here with Tsubakura.
Oh yeah, they're at 3 power. So yeah, AOG opener can throw some very awkward RNG.
Oh yeah, 3 power and only the 1 life left. That's a miss.
Fighter is in one of the scariest parts of the AOD fight. You really have to swing back and forth and look out for RNG on that spell. And then you have this attack where, again, this one looks a little scarier than it actually is, because you want to try and misdirect the bubbles to leave yourself big gaps to go through. But again, the RNG can still get you killed if it's very bad and you don't pay good attention.
Alright. We seem to be moving on to stage 3.
Alright. Stage 3 stage section is mostly chill, but then the mid-boss is where, especially for Yabusame and Suzumi, the mid-boss has a pretty tricky non-spell. Because Yabusame and Suzumi fight Subakura while Subakura fights Yabusame, so it's entirely different mid-nons and attacks.
Yeah. I don't actually know which one of the two is harder. I don't remember.
Yabusame is definitely harder if you don't use the power cancel on second non, because second non is an absolute...
Oh yeah, second non is garbage. You'll get to see once one of the other 2 players get to the Yabusame fight.
This is Subakura mid-non, which is pretty tricky. You have to really look out from all directions. Nice. And then this spell is... you can safe spot it in the corner, or also do it normally. Yes,
of course, the stage 3 team is familiar to you because guess what? It's called Extra Mind. And what is the SAW Extra Stage team called? Extra Love. So clearly there's a connection between the two. Also, yeah, no flash rounds allowed.
That ending fairy can be a bit tricky to dodge on stage 3. Alright, we've got Kappa in stage 2. Alright. Subakura opener is also pretty rough, especially if the RNG doesn't cooperate. Yep.
Oh, and it died. Unfortunate.
See how Suzumi handles the AOG fight now.
So if you play normally, Suzumi's shot is actually very good, but if you release like right under you're under the boss when you're unfocused, then you do insane damage to them.
You have to
Pretty
tamp
much
it
killing
correctly,
pattern.
but yeah, it's massive when you do it right.
Yeah, it's pretty rare and far between, but when it happens, it's like you're skipping the spell pretty much.
Yeah, it's actually essential for second to last pattern of the game. Suzumi can kill it before having to dodge the second wave, which is huge compared to the other shots, but it requires a very precise, unfocused release.
Oh yeah, right. Alright. Leviathan. I don't think anyone likes OG spatters in general, but this one is especially hated. Although this what happens when you use a shot that does good damage. Crazy.
I actually kind of like the AOG fight personally, but I can see why a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it needs to be
Suzumi probably has the hardest time on the stage 3 stage section because they do struggle with killing stage enemies, especially any high HP single targets can become a problem. But thankfully the stages in this game are generally fairly laid back compared to, there's nothing like some of the really infamous Touhou stage sections.
Yeah, I think I actually forgot to mention earlier is that again, Jinx was known for remaking the Peace 98 games, and a lot of the bullets and sprites from those were repurposed in Len'en, which of course means stage design. And as we all know, the Peace 98 games have not that great stage design. Therefore, these stages are very long and boring. Still need to watch out for them, but they're definitely a drawback.
Yeah, you can see how much faster Suzumi manages to deal with that spell than... with that non-spell than Yabusame did. Also getting to see the point-blank safe spot on this. You can also safe spot that one in the bottom right or bottom left corner, because the bullets just keep looping and never actually go that far out.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, looks like Helio took one miss so far. I missed where it was on AOG though.
Alright. Well then we're gonna see the Albusonic boss, the Spakura boss fight.
Yep.
Again.
We'll see if Suzumi can tackle this opener better than Yabusame did. Superkura's gimmick relies a lot on, knives. Usually there's a lot of stuff with bullets aiming at you. This non-spell can be pretty scary, but thankfully it dies fairly fast. It's very much a black and white motif with their spells.
Welcome to Boa. Not all that similar to Boa, but most people call it that.
Suzumi is kind of just shredding this fight. Well, that non-spell is pretty easy, whatever. The main characters both get to use, or at least Superkura uses their bomb against the player here. Because it's monochrome, well, it's monochrome ray on lower diffs. Okay, this one is, you very much need to know what's happening on this spell or you just die.
I mean, we are gonna see Abusame use her, or their bomb soon enough. Because Yo-Yo is also on stage 3. Right, stage 4 time. It's pretty easy. With Suzumi.
Oh, Yabusame has a smaller hitbox than the other two characters also. Saw a question about that in chat. Though it's generally not super noticeable.
Yeah, the hitboxes of the bullets in this game are too giant to actually properly notice a difference. Also, thank you, Helio, for putting the score extents in chat. I couldn't remember the exact numbers.
Stage section is mostly a breather, and the mid-boss is also fairly chill. The spell can get a bit tricky, but the mid-don is a bit like Yamame opener, but the boss doesn't move at all, which really eliminates the potential for the down movement that makes Yamame opener so scary.
Alright, here we go.
Huaka's whole gimmick is having bullets that freeze and thaw. Oh, I completely, yeah, Helio just did, I think, the power cancel on Yabusame Non-2, which is awesome, because otherwise it's, as you might have seen, it's very, very hard to dodge.
Also, yeah, you can see a spot that Yabusame spell for one wave. And this one chill, you go into where the bullet originally came from, and you're pretty chill.
The rest of the Yabusame fight should be mostly okay for Helio, hopefully. It's a bunch of routes. The opener and the second non in particular are the really, really bad parts of that fight. Opener is a bit hard, and non-2 is just you power cancel or you die. Right. Kappa is heading into the Huaka fight. It's like spider reset again. Huaka's most notable attacks are probably the second spell and the final spell. Second spell gets much harder depending on which direction Huaka moves. I believe you ideally want them to move to the left. The third spell has a mostly consistent safe spot at the top, although it looks scary, and the fourth spell, well, we'll get to that when we get to it. Okay, good, I think we got the nice movement. The fact that this is the nice movement should tell you something about what the bad movement looks like.
Yeah, this spell can get disgusting.
Oh, doing it normally, interesting. Oh, I guess that works, yeah, because the whole... that side of the screen is safe.
Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Alright, now we get Huaka Final, which... because of the way it thaws, it's easier to do at the top, but for Yabusame and Subakura, that... ouch.
Ah, and it died. Okay, yeah.
Really messes up your ability to do damage. Thankfully, Suzumi can go up high on the screen and still handle it pretty well. So yeah.
One miss into stage 5. Not that bad.
It's one missed, maybe the hardest pattern in the game up to that point.
Pretty much.
Oh, I see Helio doing a little bit of scoring on stage 4 stage section.
Oh, of course. Yeah, so Kuroji is gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Honestly, for now.
Kuroji is one of the toughest bosses in the game. Maybe the toughest if you ignore Yabusame's second non. Stage 5 has one section that's pretty notable for Subakura because Yabusame and Suzumi have the spread to just kind of kill the enemies before they ouch.
Ah, they died again. Ah.
Oh, ouch. Didn't. Yeah. Ideally, you want to have a full charge with Suzumi so that you can kill the enemies as they're spawning and before they fire. But if you don't manage to do that, you get to see what that section looks like as Super Cooper, who can only kill one set of enemies at once. And
Was that 2 misses in really quick succession? Was that it?
Yes, to the stage, which.
So that's
Wow,
3
yeah.
minutes now.
I mean, this is rough because I think this already doesn't score.
Roji's whole gimmick is reversing the direction that bullets move in, or reversing their position on the screen. What's really funny is this came out right around the same time as DDC, but Zune came up with Seiya and Jinx came up with Kuroji completely independently, even though they both use bullet flipping mechanics.
Yep. So I feel like Jinx based Kuroji mostly off of Sakuya, because she also has the ability to kind of manipulate bullets and move them wherever.
This final section
But
is
yeah.
a little bit tricky with Suzumi because, ouch, yeah, it's
out
hard
there.
to kill the enemies in time. Still routable, but definitely more of an issue than it would be with, let's say, Subakura, who can kind of just melt through the enemies.
Another miss? For
Yeah,
Ida
more miss
Kappa?
for Kappa.
Wow. This is very, very rough. Very hard.
Now we get Kuroji, which will probably be even more rough. Kuroji has one really
Another miss.
bad attack in the middle, and then a bunch of other fairly hard attacks. Oh, yep. Kuroji does go on to be playable in other games, and unlike their boss fight, they are very, very weak as a shot type. Okay, this second non is painful. It's...
Oh yeah, in the other games, they get lasers that just move independently. You cannot control them. It's very funny. And that's another miss. This could actually be
5
over
or
soon.
6 miss, actually.
6 miss, I believe.
Yes.
Wow.
We're about to see Samidare
Helios
Maystorm.
too?
Kappa is saving a charge for it, which is very, very smart because you need it to... Yep. This is just nonsense. And even more nonsense with other shots. Suzumi can maybe, hopefully... Nice.
Nice.
They're
Yeah,
doing
Samidare Maystorm is like
late
the
game.
most infamous attack Roji has.
And yeah,
That's Retrovirus.
Suzumi gets the biggest score penalty since they're the best shot. It goes Suzumi, then Subakura, then Yabusame with a basically 1 miss difference between shots, so 20 points. Yeah, this spell...
Also, this is the spell Sakura has from Shoot the Bullet, that's why I brought her up.
Yep.
And I guess this is just that one Nemono pattern.
I actually think it's a bit more like Echo Chamber from DDC. You have the whole thing with the bullets bouncing and ricocheting. But minus the movement that makes Echo Chamber so hard.
More like Nemono, and I guess, yeah, it is more like Echo Chamber. Sage 6, UNNN, surely, yeah.
But is Helio really still on 2 miss pace? That's very impressive. Right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
It is very consistent after all.
Okay, here's the... I think coming up soon we might have... Or... Oh, yeah, 'cause I
Kuroji made
forgot.
this stupid too.
You don't get the last extend until after the stage 6 mid-boss instead of stage 5. That's why I forgot. I was wondering why Helio wasn't 3-miss, because I was counting the lives, but then realized, yeah.
Oh, now it's
Kuroji
3-miss.
mid-spell is a very weird gimmick.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I forgot that you can also do the extend cancel with Tsubakura. Oh, that's
Helio
another
is now
miss for
4-miss.
Helio. 4-miss, yep.
Now we have the Claws. Claws' whole gimmick is gravity and making bullets speed up or slow down or spin.
Yeah, this spell is Subterranean Sun. Yeah, except you're pushed to the bottom.
There's the next spell coming up will pull you towards the boss, but thankfully it's a little bit easier than the first spell.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like Helio reset.
Ah, fair.
Because with this one, the bullets get pulled back towards the boss so that the circle bullets are actually irrelevant as long as you stay low enough. Quite funny how this non would actually be very nearly impossible if Claws wasn't using the gravity ability, but that's what makes it manageable. The middle of the Claws fight is kind of laid back continuing compared to the first part, but then we get into the last two spells are both wild. Kappa saving a charge for the... We'll see if they manage... Oh, that... Hopefully that did enough damage. Oh yeah, they'll have to do 2 waves. And yeah, it's the second wave is 2 waves layered on top of each other, so... Another miss, so they're now at 7 miss. Oh, and Spider is now doing Subakura opener. Made it through that time without dying. First phase of this... Okay, second phase is the really hard part because it just can send very awkward RNG bullets down at you.
Yeah, this last one was overall funny, but the second phase is like the worst offender.
Alright, nice. And then the last phase you can just do underneath.
Pretty much. Oh, and there we go.
Nice.
So it's only 7.
Run on the board.
Even though this is a 7, it's still mad impressive because there's a lot of bullshit in this game.
By the screen, you can see how Yabusame kind of struggles more with the Subakura fight because on that second spell, for example, Suzumi, because of their AoE, can do good damage while they're spinning around, while Yabusame really can only do good damage when the spread shot is hitting from below the boss. See that Yabusame's movement speed makes Subakura final spell a bit more of an issue than with Suzumi, because when the whole spell is based around getting out of the way bullets quickly, playing the shot with the lowest movement speed kinda limits your options. this. Hopefully they can finish the spell. It's a it's mostly just you have the white bullets that are aimed, and then the black snakes that come towards you and then aim around you. So you just have to get away from them and not be where the white bullets are going to be. Stage 1 and 1 player in Stage 4.
Yeah, so you can see that even though Yabusame has wider range and can hit more targets, her damage is that great and she's also a bit more than the other shots on the stage in particular.
Yeah. Yabusame probably also has the toughest time with Huaka's mid-boss and boss. I mean, Subakura can actually kill the mid-spell very fast without having to do any difficult dodging, and can take out the second spell quite quickly, because it's one of those patterns that has the same HP for Subakura as for other shots, unlike the patterns that have more HP for Suba, which makes some of them harder.
Alright, let's see.
Shotgun damage at the start.
Yep. That's what happens when you don't get killed this
Going to the corner on the side. Smart. Ouch.
Oh, and they died. Yep. Gets a point.
I didn't notice. Miss to who exactly?
Spider on Huaka mid-spell.
Oh, well. 2 miss right then.
So far, 2
believe
miss,
so.
yep.
Yeah, the music in the game is very nice. The game does not have a rank mechanic. So you'll still
No, definitely
see,
not.
You see sometimes Subakura will avoid picking up power items in the early game to try and power cancel a Yabusame non-2. Oh, that was unfortunate. Bullet just sniped him from off screen. So Spider reset. An AOG's first of all yet, but it's entirely static, but it can be very intimidating if you don't have a good route for it. And if you wait too long to cross the lanes, it will most likely box you into a corner and then kill you. Standstill spell. There is one run we got so far, the Suzumi 7 miss. Oh, yeah. But none of them getting score on the board yet. Helios currently dealing with Leviathan. Ouch. One miss.
Wow, okay, they're continuing.
You can see them earlier making some use of the Subakura on focus for more damage. Oh, Subakura also does less damage the closer to the boss you are, which is a interesting design choice.
Yeah, which is why on bosses generally you'll see Touhou right at the bottom. Because that does more damage for whatever reason.
It's
So
something
think
to
of
do
it
with
like-
the laser stacking copies of itself.
Ah. Yes, that's fair.
Have been making use of the unfocused release to clear out some stage sections with Suzumi. Suzumi's pretty solid at groups of enemies. It's just single enemy targets, because enemies have smaller hitboxes, and Suzumi's damage basically scales with hitboxes because all their bullets are piercing. As if they didn't need more gimmicks helping them out.
Of course.
So you have the rare piercing homing shot.
I mean, in a way, I guess, since in Len'en 4, they fill out the role of 3 characters at once, so they have to be very gimmicky.
Mm-hmm. Helios on the Yabusame mid-boss, which can sometimes throw some very, very awkward waves at you.
Like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, Unfocused Subakura does do more damage in EE and EMS, the first 2 Len'en games. Helios going for the point items.
Of course.
You can see Subakura kind of just vaporizes some of the enemies. For Yabusame's opener, which is kind of wacky. Especially since the Subakura's low range clashes with the bullets that really force you to the side. Alright, time for the very dangerous second non.
Uh,
You have to do
Uh-oh.
like 2 way. Yep.
okay, yeah, no. That's why it's worth getting the power cancel.
Yeah. He did not have a power cancel ready, so. And even with the power cancel, I think you need to drag the items around a little bit to make sure that you cancel the first and second waves.
Ah, yeah, right. So Bakura is the only shot that can do item dragging. Because
Yeah,
they're
they move
fast enough
very
to outrun the items. You can see that on stage 6 before the final boss.
Yep. They can drag the extend around to cancel part of the opener. Kappa going for the safe spot strat again.
Nice.
It looks like Helio is back to working on the power cancel. I wonder if he accidentally picked up too many items and wasn't able to cancel that last run.
Maybe. Alright, so zoom into Tupakura again.
So the opener plays nice. I love Subakura's boss theme.
That's pretty good. Oh yeah, I saw there how good Suzumi's damage when I'm focused and close to the bosses.
Yep. If you time the release so that all the knives are pointing inward, you can hit them with almost every knife in the release, I think.
Yeah, but it is a bit tough to pull it off.
Fire facing up against Subakura's mid-non again. Good reading.
And it's perfect into stage 4.
Helio's doing a lot of pacifist on stage sections to avoid having to worry about picking up items that would mess up the power cancel. Everyone is out of stage 1, which is nice. Stage 1 jail is never fun.
Yeah, Kurohebi is hardly consistent, and of course you can get stuck on them for a while.
Really sad. It's a reset for Spider as well. He was almost on stage 4.
Oh no. Just noticed.
The funny thing is that I think Kurohebi is maybe the most consistent of the stage 1 bosses in Len'en, because after that it just gets tougher and tougher with early game jail.
Yeah, again, many people have said that it's like one of the only games in the series that has like pretty consistent gameplay. Which, I mean, yeah, it still has a lot of difficult stuff, but compared to even the next game, yeah, there's a lot more fair, I suppose.
Except for Yabusame Nantu.
That one, yeah.
And Samidare Mace. Oh, right. Samidare Mace Storm. People have only seen it once so far. Kuroji's third spell is already tricky with Suzumi. Then it gets harder with Yabusame because Yabusame's less damage. And then for some reason, Jinx made that spell have double HP with Subakura, making it even harder with them. And they don't have the range to deal with it well. So it just turns into an absolute nightmare as them.
Yep.
So Subakura gets 2 nightmarish patterns to deal with, Yabusame Nanchu and Samidare Mace Storm. But then they also get to completely destroy certain patterns that other shots can have big problems with, like Huaka second spell.
Wait, is Helio on pre-mid or post-mid?
I think Freeman was.
I guess they
I believe this is
actually
pre-mid
died once.
boss,
Yeah.
because I don't think you see those enemies in post-mid section.
No.
So that would be 1 miss for them. See if Huaka is feeling merciful today. For a given value of merciful.
Yep. They still died.
And the fact that that's the quote-unquote easier version of that spell should tell you something about what it looks like in the harder version. When Huaka moves to the right. None of the spells are really impossible, but some of them do require having very specific strats. Like, Huaka's second spell, the rice bullets are actually aimed somewhat at you, though I believe the distance they move is random, so you can kind of control it by moving in certain ways to clump up or distribute the bullets and control where they're going to be going, because the rice bullets then split into the equal sign bullets in a static way. So I think the main random factors are which direction Huaka moves and how far they move.
Pretty much.
We'll see if the power cancel works out. Alright, got both waves canceled. That should... Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, yep, this section is going a lot better for Kappa than it did the first time around. You can see how Suzumi just kills the enemies as they come on screen before they get to fire. I really like the music sync with the mid-boss on stage 5.
Oh yeah, true.
Ouch, that was an unfortunate miss for Helio.
Oh,
Spinning around the bullets on third non. It didn't get to cancel the first wave of the next spell, so that's nice. It's not a super dangerous spell, but no, less dodging is always nice. Alright, we'll see how well how this goes for Kappa now. Section. You have to. Ooh, that's. Yeah, they didn't really leave themselves an opening to restream.
Yep.
We're now
Project
seeing-
Iron.
I think ideally you want to save a charge out of Kuroji's first spell so that, like they're doing here, so that you can then do an unfocused release on the
Yep.
second on to make it more manageable.
That worked.
And then you
Yeah. Cool.
dodge and pray that it dies before you do. You aren't seeing it here, but there's also some very, there's a variety of safe spots shenanigans you can do on the spell, mostly just by going to the left or the right, because that makes the bullets all unfold away from you. Go.
Yeah, to be expected this, but also fair.
Average Samidari
Double test.
Maelstrom.
Oh god. Yep. Expected reset.
Helio's currently on a pretty decent pace with 2 miss into Puwaka. It's not ideal, but since a lot of the difficulty is backloaded in this game, but considering how much you can also still die to early game, it's fairly solid. Samidari Maelstrom is also funny because it's pretty unclear how it even fits with Kuroji's gimmick, but the way it basically works is that Kuroji's shooting a spiral of bullets, and the bullets flip the direction they rotate in when they reach certain heights. But because of how quickly they teleport around, you never really get to see the spiral shape, and it just comes out as nonsense.
Pretty much.
At the 1 hour mark. Interesting. Helio directing Huaka second non way off to the side. Probably smart move. Doesn't mean it takes longer, but
Yeah. Guess for consistency.
Another interesting thing with Huaka's second non and second spell is that the timing at which they fire bullets and the timing with which we're getting to see okay. Got to see the bad version of the spell there, but also Subakura can kill it really fast, so
Yep. No worries.
but yeah, the timing of the bullet firing and the thawing freezing isn't the same. So if you let it keep going, you'll eventually have like some waves that'll freeze and unthaw while they're way out, other waves that'll freeze and unthaw while they're really close to the boss, which gives some interesting variation to it. Hopefully they can take out this final spell. spell before it kills them. Yeah.
Right.
Fighter is Len'en or UNNN into stage 3. Helio doing score strats on stage 5.
Nice. Yeah, again, we're gonna see a very not that bad Kuroji except for Samidare on Helio stream because
Helio handled that
Yeah.
stage section very nicely.
that too.
But yeah, Kuroji with Subakura. Oh yeah, Subakura gets a much faster Kuroji second non in terms of how fast they can kill it. So Kuroji's kind of okay with them, except for Samidare Maystorm, which is the farthest possible thing from okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna see this spell getting destroyed before it even does anything.
I think mid spell has more HP for Subakura, but it's still fairly tame, at least compared to the Brilliant Pagoda or Haze Castle version, which is something else.
Oh god.
The big fairy on stage 5 ending doesn't even get to fire against Subakura. Going for a
Of course
score
you have
strat
to
there.
do that. Oh god.
Ouch. Still a tricky non-spell even with Suba. We will get to see Samidare non-storm with Subakura here. Oh boy.
Yeah, this
HP
might
bar
end the
is
run.
going down much slower than for Suzumi. He's dodging it very, very well, though. But Kuroji will sometimes
there
just
we go.
refuse to die. There are, due to the way that the pattern's formed, there are generally slightly consistent, less safe and more safe zones on the screen. But it's still very, very hard.
Oh, true Helio. But here we go. 4 minutes into stage 6.
Still a 0 score run, but I would assume it would still outperform Kappa's run if Helio manages to finish with less than 8 miss.
In theory, Claws shouldn't be that bad with Tsubakura. Except for, I don't remember the name. The one with the 5 black holes.
Yeah, the first spell gets more HP for Subakura to the point that I think Suzumi actually kills it faster than them. So that's a little bit annoying, although the laser probably helps with reading the bullet since it points straight ahead. Subakura has a bit harder time on Cloud's non-3 and spell 3, but they're also not too hard normally. And then... yeah, Subakura also gets the easiest time on Cloud's final spell phase 2. We'll see if we go for the... Yep,
We are?
there's the item dragging.
Wonderful. Miss on that.
Well,
Unfortunate.
at least they will be able to power cancel. Oh! Grab the power items too quickly. Oh no.
Oh no.
That non-spell, well, as it gets going, it can get kind of tricky because the bullets will come back up. So if you aren't keeping a close eye on all the bullets around you, you can get sniped by something coming back up at you or moving back up into the space you're moving towards. Oh no.
What happened here?
Probably
did you forget
was
to go left?
greeting for damage a little bit too much in the middle, or just missed a bullet that was coming. That non-spell does last annoyingly long with Suba because they don't have the range the other two shots have. Ooh, let's see
Yeah,
if
that's real unfortunate.
Spider makes it through. Yep. Spider made it past Huaka's mid-spell.
Oh,
with Yabusame.
nice. Yes, we might expect perfect going into the Huaca boss fight.
Hopefully it would be... Not gonna say anything I don't want to jinx. Get it?
Yeah,
Jinx.
Jinx. Yeah.
Jinx,
Well,
of
well
course.
he's space, right?
Yes, Spider is UNN and pace so far. Oh, and Helio dealing with Super Hypernova. Yeah, there are waves that are just.
Well,
How do you
that's-
How are you even expected to dodge some of those waves?
This is just Kiki spell 2, but even worse. Yep, game over. Oh, and also 24 minutes left on the clock.
The one thing that makes that I won't say it makes the pattern tolerable, but it makes the pattern slightly less awful is that I believe the pattern the bullets explode out on the first wave. You know how the second wave is 2 layers on top of each other. Well, one of those layers will be the same as the bullets from the first wave, so you can theoretically remember where the safe spots were on wave 1 and then hope that those don't get messed up by the incoming bullets on wave 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah, Usame definitely has... Uh-oh.
Oh, they move right. Oh, but isn't that they're doing it?
That was impressive. Huaka, spell 2, right moving cap with Yabusame, who has hardest time with it.
Yeah, that was very impressive. And we get dedical to spell. Interesting. Because normally you are supposed to go through this and go to the top, but...
Right, here comes Guaka Final, which is pretty crazy.
Wow,
Oh, that is,
Oh my god.
that's a nice space they have here, huh?
that is awesome.
Oh yeah, you thought that bosses dying at the end of the fight, or how long it takes until they actually die, takes too long in the main Touhou games? It takes like a couple of seconds here until they actually die, so you can still DKO.
Yep. That also leads to awkward scoring situations because I believe it can eat in if you flash bomb or bomb during the slowdown, it can be not recorded in the replay. That
Right, yeah.
also makes problems during the EMS extra stage, where the mid-boss has an attack that forces the whole game into slowdown for like 5 seconds, and if you bomb or flash bomb during those seconds, then the replay will desync.
Oh yeah. Blitz Park, whatever it's called, yeah.
Yep. I don't remember what the name is exactly, but yeah, one of those things. You know, it's Lumen spells. They're all something about sparks.
Of course. Alright. Father soon entering the final Kuroji boss fight. That'll be interesting.
Yabusame has a very hard time with some Kuroji patterns due to lower damage, but at least they have a better Samidara Maystorm than Subakura, although the bar for that is low. Yabusame has a little bit trickier time on that section than Subakura, but definitely easier than Suzumi. So there are some stage sections where Suzumi is just simply the worst at dealing with them. But because stages are fairly tame in this game, that's still not that much of an issue for Suzumi compared to all the other damages they get.
Yeah, generally on sections where the enemies will move at light speed and you cannot kill all of them at once, that's where Suzumi struggles. Alright.
Getting some shotguns for extra damage.
Bell's fine enough.
This non with Yabusame is... Oh, they did really good movement to try to force those things into clusters. Oh wow. No one's going for the side safe spot on this spell, but it is static based on your position, so it's not particularly difficult to do normally with enough practice.
Oh, and they did it. Nice. Oh. Alright. Moment of truth. Surely you won't fuck up this spell. Oh?
That was awesome.
Okay, that was very clean.
Yabusame struggles a bit more with this non-spell because of...
Yeah, get to the bubble phase, which you don't know with Subakura.
You can see that Yabusame's homing does very little damage.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna take a while.
I believe that the spell where you reverse positions also has double HP for Subakura for some reason. As if...
Oh god. Though I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference. Because if you do that, then it's consistent.
A funny thing you might see in the score run on that spell is that if you flash bomb, it makes you also immune to the reversal. So on that spell, the score run uses one flash bomb and just still manages to kill it without having any flips. So the flash bomb also negates the bullets.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
Alright.
Now that
Perfect into stage 6.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, this is not a victory lap because Yellow Summon struggles with claws a bit, but...
Especially Claw's
100%.
final spell. Claw's final phase 2 with Yabusame is one of the hardest things in the game, and that's... I think
saying
could
a lot.
arguably compete with Subakura Samui Daime Storm. And then you also have tougher time on Claw's first spell because low damage from long range. Tougher time on... Well, I think... Non-1, I do kind of like the low movement speed, and... sometimes I find Suzumi just a little tricky to play on that pattern because of multitasking between charges and dodging.
Oh my god, that was so close.
That was very close. Claw's opener will take a while and can throw very nasty situations. God, getting dared is risky because if you lose track of your movement, but worked out.
This not spell actually kind of like. In fact, that gives you a moment to look at the pattern and think of how to dodge. It's actually kind of a cool concept.
Yep.
Yeah, this one should be pretty fine. Okay, this non-spell, however, is gonna take an eternity.
It'll should be at least take less time than Subakura because you have some spread with your shot type.
A little bit.
And a
but still.
tiny bit of damage from your homing. 0.1 damage when you're at the side of the screen instead of 0 damage.
Wait. Oh, okay, they did it.
The kill there. Okay.
Wonderful.
Claw's on 4, and then we head into the nightmare of Claw's last 2 spells. If you don't do enough
Supernova
damage with
and-
Yabusame, you can end up having to do 3 waves of Super Hypernova, which is terrifying.
Oh my god.
Very aggressive shotgunning.
No!
Of course,
Oh my god.
Of course, Supernova had to... Alright, so, yeah, you can thankfully with Yabusama, you can do this on the side and negate half the bullets, or you can do it in the middle if you're really brave.
Alright, let's see how this will go. No! Oh my god.
Cloud's
So
finally.
2 miss. Okay, yeah, this final is a victory lap pretty much.
Yeah, impressive, but oh my god. But like, wow.
Yabusame, you, and Len'en would have been absolutely insane, but even so, that's still very
Yes, a
flash bomb at
crazy
the end,
result,
but
oh my god, that was so close.
Good job on the 2 miss.
yeah, that is... So that would tie a Suzumi perfect run and a Super Cooper 1 miss, so that'll be tough for the other players to match or beat.
Oh my god, watch the replay name actually. Look, you're gonna see it soon.
Yeah, very appropriate.
Yeah, that is a good demonstration of just how badly Claws can still mess up your run. Especially with Yabusame. Oh, and Helio has pace into stage 4.
But it's true.
Yeah, Yabusame 2 miss of this game is incredibly good.
Of course, a couple more scoring strats from Helio. Just cause.
The misses were Super Hypernova and Claw's final phase 2.
Oh my god, what the fuck did Helio die to?
I'm
Oh no.
not sure. Stage section somewhere, of course, but that's unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Scoring too close to the sun.
That's unfortunate. But at least Tsubakura deals well again with Waka. As the mid boss.
Yo, dudes, time is kind of running out. Gotta get your runs in.
Kappa missed on.
Oh yeah, I should probably put the audio on Helio because, like, yeah, the other two
Yeah,
are stuck in stage 1.
I
need to hear
put it on now.
30 minutes of the stage 1 theme.
Alright.
It's a nice stage 1 theme, but Yabusame 2 miss sets the bar very high for the other shots on what they have to do. Wonder if we'll see either of the other players change shots.
I'll have to BRB real quick, but if any misses happen, do tell me when I back.
Okay.
Alright.
People seem to like doing that spell normally a lot. The Kawaka spell 3.
It is pretty
As
fun,
long as it
but
works out.
for consistency, me personally, I wouldn't do it.
I think getting a clear would be nice.
Yeah, I get the clear. Like at this point, just get a run on the board, because like
One-
this is
one
still
list
very good
video, right?
base.
Now 2
Uh,
missed because of Kawaka final.
2
Yeah.
or 1? No, actually.
2.
Wait, do I add 1 or do I add 2?
You add 1.
Add 1.
Okay, there you go. Sorry.
No problem.
Perfect.
I mean, this is still a good pace, and also this is still like really dangerous because I mean, if neither of them score, they're just gonna tie break based on the misses, and you know, Helio is still in a good position to do that. But there's only 5 more minutes, more or less, so you gotta actually get your runs in at this point.
I generally think of EE as being a pretty backloaded game because even though there is some scary stuff and occasional stage 3 tough patterns, you have Kuroji and Claws in late game and Huaka final that can be absolutely brutal. I do think it's still a pretty fun game though. For anyone looking to get into Len'en, I would probably recommend EE most. It's pretty similar to Touhou and has pretty fun patterns and stage sections.
Well, I will say for lower difficulties, you can start with like what? For Unreal, absolutely start with this one. Don't bother with the other games, especially not the 4-1.
Yeah, I like RMI, the third one, quite a bit, but it is very weird and awkward in some ways, and it's extremely front-loaded.
Yup. Generally the hardest stage 3 boss for whatever reason.
I almost have more trouble with the stage 1 and 2 bosses than the stage 3 boss, but Iozane is also very, very hard.
Yeah, stage 2 also very difficult. Just search up Len'en 3, stage 2, Unreal something, and you'll see it's really that tough.
Oh, for best results, try it with Kuroji, and pay special attention to the third non of the boss with Kuroji.
Oh god, Mikroji, yeah.
I remember when I was going for Unreal No Bomb No Flash Bomb in RMI, I think most of my runs game overed on stages 1 and 2.
Checks out.
Because also the way the lives are distributed, you don't get your first extend until fairly late in stage 2. And then you get a bunch of extends later on.
Oh my
especially
god.
Because, oh yeah, non-3 miss. Oh, maybe power cancel part of Samidare? That's at least good.
Oh, nice. I guess that works.
At least we got a Samidare cap with Supa.
I mean,
You also
hey,
get
Dreamy still scores.
still gets points on the board. Yeah, it would still get points because Subakura gets 80 points normally. Well, 80 points for UNNN. And getting a no miss stage 6 with Subakura, it would still daunting, but less than it would be for Yabusame.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot more doable. And like, of course, Helio's a good player, so it could happen. It's just, I guess, not easy in this context.
Not easy at all. But yeah, RMI, you also get tons of grays on the stage 3 boss, which means game kind of gives you tons of extends once you get into stage 3 and 4 that make it more possible to clear, at least. Which is...
Yep. And then stage 5 is kind of chill, and then stage 6 is,
Stage 6 is weird.
Optional, in a way.
I required it for my runs, but even so, you can end stage 5 with no lives because you end up using a completely different life system for the final boss, which is interesting.
Yep. Alright. Extend cancel, go. Nice.
Nice. Very well timed. Oh. Well, good that we still had reset.
Time's almost up!
Oh, okay.
Gonna reset, do it now, but they're all on a no miss pace.
And it's
on.
time for the final run!
No more resets?
Hopefully Helio can make it out of stage 1.
Also, if Helio misses here, that isn't DNF, it's just that he doesn't get score. Wait.
So Helio is now 1 miss in
Oh.
stage 1.
Oh. That's not a gamble that paid off. It would be funny if he UNN the entire rest of the game.
Sure.
I mean, one can dream.
Yeah, Kuro heavy mid non is rough. At least and then Kuro heavy, even the boss, like the final spell can definitely send very awkward situations if the RNG isn't feeling nice. First spell takes some fairly intense routing to be able to do consistently. Well, not super intense, but I wouldn't expect someone to be able to gorilla dodge it consistently. And yeah, Helio is doing power cancel for Yabusame Non too, because it's a absolutely terrifying pattern.
I don't know, man. I don't know if the greed to reset is going to pay off, because if he just finishes finishes at least one miss under PWC Kappa, he would at least got in second place. Now we have to see if it will be the case for this run.
Spider trying to beat his own score. Subakura is trying to stop that from happening.
Fortunately.
That's a miss for PWC as well, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, despite being in the early game, I guess the only person that is on UNN face is Spider right now. I wonder if they really are trying to avenge that run. Wow, that was a beautiful 2 miss, but too tragic.
Ooh, that's... Oh.
Oh. Rough.
I do think that Unreal Len'en is probably comparable to, for consistency, probably comparable to some of the harder Touhou games, I feel. It's hard to compare because it's just a lot more random. But then again, you have stuff like EOSD with books that would outperform almost anything in this game, except maybe Subakura Samidare and Yabi-Saminon 2 with no power cancel. Yeah, randomness is definitely part of the difficulty. Because it makes doing a low miss or no miss much more challenging relative to just getting a clear, which is still hard, but there's more room for error if you get bad RNG for a 1cc or even a Unreal no bomb compared to going for low miss.
Well, there's a lot to focus on right now.
Yeah, we've both got the Huaka mid-boss with Yabusame and Subakura fight with Suzumi.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Behavior with off-screen bullets is also kind of weird because there are certain attacks like bullets can go off screen, but only to an extent. Like with Kuroji's second to last pattern, a big part of the strategy is positioning yourself so that when the knife explosion happens, most of the knives will be off screen far enough that they just get deleted.
Well, we're like all so fixated. There's no like, it's hard to commentate.
Yeah. We'll probably keep an eye on Spider Macho's Huaka fight because that can get very tricky with Yabusame.
A lot at stake here. At this point, Spider is probably fixed as the winner, but
Yes.
you never know. And also, maybe they can pull off something special, but we'll see. Seems very unlikely with this game. Seems very temperamental.
I believe that neither of the two runs would be able to outperform Spider's PB at this point because Super misses 40. Suzumi 1 misses 40.
Yeah, at this point the results are, or they're almost settled. It depends on what Helio does. On whether he will finish second or third.
The less dangerous move in RNG. It's still dangerous, but I feel like it generally doesn't throw the really hard reading from all directions at once that happens when Huaka moves right. Good power cancel on Helia's screen.
Oh.
Yeah, that is actually how you kind of want to do that pattern, because going up to the screen means that you have, the higher up you are, the less you have bullets stacking on top of each other.
Damn. Yeah, that's I guess he has nothing to prove, so it's over.
That would tie their PB at best.
Yeah, it's okay. Good performance, really. GG. I mean, you won. Congratulations.
Nicely done, Spider.
Yeah, that's like solid one. But it is what it is. We'll see where the other ones go. There's a lot at stake here, actually, because it really depends on what they do if they get either second or third, actually. So it's not over for them.
Oh yeah, and now you can see Boap pretty much on Helio's screen, but but with this screen split into 4 parts.
We'll see if Spider wants to come into the booth. I mean, the players that are currently playing right now, they do decide who gets to keep second and who gets to keep third, even if they don't score.
Oh, and I believe Helio is currently 3 miss.
Should be, yeah.
Oh, and there's no audio set right now.
Is KWC two or three? Isn't that
Now
is two
two.
actually?
Yes. Ooh.
Now it's three. Yeah, don't worry, I fixed the audio.
Oh no. Huaka is taking lives.
Four. Oh, they actually got a four. Wait. So QWC
Four
is on
missed.
4 now. Wow. I mean, this game chain death so much. I sometimes don't even see it.
Yep. 3 misses to Huaka spells, 2, 3, and 4.
So it's like it's 4 miss now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Helio has, in an unexpected turn of events, taken the lead. There's still hope for them. Good stuff. Wow. This isn't nice. This isn't nice at all.
Helio up to 5 miss. Is miscount the tiebreaker?
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, if Helio gets to 7 miss, then you know. Well, Helio can still get 7 miss and win in case KWC doesn't improve their score. You can just pretend it goes into the negatives.
This stage section can be very tricky with Suzumi.
It's gonna be
Oh,
the
they
scores are
flash
gonna
bomb,
be
so
as if they
that's
dipped into the negatives. That's gonna be the
extra
tiebreaker.
miss, I think. So
Oh, he's scoring now or something. What is he doing?
what are they talking about? Wait, was the flash bomb on Kappa or
Helio
Either.
did
Or Helio?
apparently more than one flash
Oh.
bomb.
Yeah, okay. Helio is
Yes, they're scoring now. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's what it is. It is a pretty funny end, but yeah, I guess at this point they're just getting warm up because they're going to do the demonstration after this.
I do think that is what it is. Helio's doing some practice for the scoring showcase. Understandable.
Yeah. Wait, is he going to give up? No, apparently not.
They can still improve their run.
They still can. Flash bomb? What is happening? Why is everyone flash bombing? I don't know, man. This has turned really funny. Helio is I guess, like, we might as well just put DNF here. But it's okay. Really hard game.
Yeah, so yeah. Kappa, game over. So I think that's the...
Oh, you can continue, but you know... If you continue, you're probably not earning any score anymore.
Yeah,
What even is their miscount? God, we lost track because of the continue.
Would depend on how many points they'd... Oh, it sounds like it was 6 miss with Suzumi. Or maybe 7?
Oh my god, I mean, there's no update anyway, so I guess it's over. We might as well, I mean, this is a small little showcase at this point. And there's a bomb here on Helio's end. Ow!
Kappa had a run that finished, and Helio did not, so...
Yeah. Just let them finish their runs, which is okay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's settled. I guess we're not keeping track anymore.
Get to see them both take on stage 6.
I guess Helio is going to just, finish practicing with this funny meme run that they have going on.
War crime might be a bit much. Certain parts of it are war crimes, though. I would agree.
Sometimes. Game's kind of dumb sometimes.
Yabusame Non 2 is especially frustrating because, so for 1cc, I mean, you could argue that, okay, it just works really well with flash bombs, so it's maybe just designed for 1cc, but the thing is, it was still as bad in the original version of E, which had no flash bombs.
I mean, this game is really cool. It's very unusual in the way that it is, which I don't think has to be a bad thing. Of course, the game is really hard, so you, viewer, why don't you, next year, come over here and show everybody how it's done? Ah! You have 1 year to get to UNNN level in this game. That's a lot of time.
Funny how the stuff that makes EE most interesting or manageable for survival and scoring is stuff that got added after the original release, like Suzumi, wasn't there in the original, but makes survival a lot more manageable because of their ability to cheese some of the really hard stuff. Flash bombs make scoring much more interesting than it would be otherwise. And I suspect that the later games, Jinx tried to design patterns that couldn't be cheesed with flash bombs, but in doing so made them just a lot less enjoyable, in my opinion, at least some of them for 1cc and for scoring, because there's a lot less cancel shenanigans you can get up to. Although RMI has funny stuff with item duplication glitches, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, Helio was talking on their stream about how he doesn't like that it doesn't feel as if the later games are balanced around score. They're not good score games.
I would argue RMI scoring is pretty solid, but that's not necessarily. That's partly carried by unintended mechanics.
Well, that's
Oh, that is an unfortunate death.
oh, thank you for your showcase then, Spider, because you did make it look very fun, extremely skilled. Congratulations on your run, and congratulations on your finish as well, QWC. Well, let's switch then real quick here to Helio. Well, we're pretty much going to stay on them after this. The floor is theirs. They're just practicing a little bit of their scoring at this point.
Getting to see how Subakura can use flash bombs to deal with Hypernova. You can use the flash bomb to get through the hard parts of the pattern, and then graze to refill your flash bomb.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to change the freaking layout again. I always have to forget it at least once per stream. Ah. Well, that should be fixed. And that seems to be right about the end here. Well,
Well played, all our players.
GG. It's not an easy game at all. So, let's congratulate our winners for the Len'en event in Retro Touhou Festival 25. We have Spider Macho with a very commanding finish here. Yabusame, 2 miss, 60 points. QWC Kappa finished with 7 miss, worth no points. While Helio Knight did not finish. Congratulations, everyone! Impressive showing! What's up, everyone? Well, what do you guys think of this? I mean, well, the Spider one was... Well, it was really heart-pounding, but then, tragic ending, even if it's not unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Spider Run. I mean, still to get that far on a UNNN pace is very, very good.
Yeah, very good. Famas will have to leave in just a bit. So that's good. Thank you for their contribution. I'll see if the other players they want to join in to chime in on their thoughts on what just happened. Well, I guess one feeling we did say a lot today in the chat room is that wow, spooky looking game, and it is. Looks very different than what we're used to. See if the players want to join.
So, yeah, some of the patterns, like Aoji, for instance, has a bunch of patterns that can look spooky but be made more manageable, while still occasionally being tough. But then some of them, like Samidar and Maystorm, are just very insane.
Didn't expect to get such an insane run. Yeah, I mean that was crazy. Well, not to interview you too much, of course, but was that your PB, base PB? What's up with that? What was your previous best in this category? Gasp. Hello, are you there, Helio? Can I can hear you. Where are you?
Not the first time Spider got 2 miss, but their PB for how far they got.
Yeah, definitely a big pace PB there. Helio, I can hear you.
I will head out, but best of luck with the scoring showcase. Thank you all viewers for watching. Thank you all players for playing.
Thank you for coming. Don't worry. You just have to configure your microphone on Discord, I assume. No rush. Well, while they try to get that sorted. Oh, hello.
Hello.
What's up?
There we
Yeah,
go.
I can hear you.
Finally. I have to swap headsets because the one that I was using to play, I can't like use the microphone on it on this computer for some reason, which is really stupid.
That's
But
strange. Oh, what do
yeah.
you feel then?
Well, that could have gone better, but oh well.
Brutal game.
Yeah,
Don't blame you.
it's a really, really, really difficult game. Just like even just like getting to stage 5 is just insanely hard for all the shots. See ya,
Yeah.
like the game is just really hard out of the gate, and like a majority of the patterns are very manageable. There's just like a handful that are just really, really stupid. Like Samidari Maze Storm and Super Hypernova are just inexcusable. Pretty much
Yeah.
everything else is manageable to some extent. Even Waka Final, which looks really dumb. And even like Kuroji Non 2. Like everything in the game can be made at least somewhat consistent outside of like those 2 patterns that I mentioned before. Like it's just that the difficulty floor is much higher than what most Touhou games are like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, how ready are you for this scoring showcase?
uh, I think I'm fairly ready. I might need to use the restroom, but yeah,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
it's
I'm also waiting for Anna to join since she will commentate it.
yeah. If it all goes to crap, y'all can just play my my new record,
Yeah,
and I can
because
commentate over it.
Mr. Helio Knight over here, he just got a big world record yesterday while practicing for this event.
Yeah, 354 million, which is just like that was the goal that I've had like for a long time for this game. See a Zig. So like you have no idea how relieving it felt to actually get it, because I didn't expect to get it. Not at all. I was just like, all right, well, I'm quitting shmups after RTF, so if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And lo and behold, it happens.
Yeah, miracles do happen. Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, praise the Lord. Anyway, so I guess what time is the score showcase supposed to start?
I mean, you can start whenever you want.
Oh, I can start whenever. Oh, okay. All right then. I'm gonna leave the call then, so I can concentrate and run to the restroom real quick.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Don't worry. You
Yeah.
can go to the restroom a little bit.
Great Slit Dragon Kappa. Heck no. That is like the most non-human viable strat in the game. even if you do it, like it's just not worth doing. You don't it would take a task to get more than like